It sounds crazy when I say it out loud, but this is our new home, Kimberleyjo. Until this year, we hadn't even set foot on a narrowboat. We are Tony and Sonia, and after more than 20 years of teaching, we thought you only live once, and it was time that we had some adventures. We would love it if you came along with us. As you probably know, if you've been watching the vlogs for very long, we also watch lots of different vlogs, and we're also members of different groups and things on Facebook and Instagram and all that kind of thing. Mainly because, as you might have noticed, we haven't got a clue. And it's quite good for us, we learn quite a lot. And something we have noticed recently, and I don't know if it's where it's winter and people leaving their boats for longer and things, but there's things where people are jumping on boats or vandalising boats or nicking things off the top of the boats, and it started to make us think a little bit more about security, because it's weird, you feel like you're in a bubble living on a boat because you're away from everyone, you're in like this little community and you don't think anything can touch you. We did get, I don't know if you can see behind me, we did get, as you can see just there, this, which is a Reolink camera, which we have for the inside of the boat, and that's been excellent, really good. We can see it on our phone, so if we go down the pub for the evening or we go out for a day or something, we can leave that on and we can see if anyone goes on the boats, and it's got like bits you can shout at people from it and everything like that. So that's been really good. But like I say, a lot of the things we're seeing are people jumping on boats, taking things off the top, vandalising the boats and things. I mean, I don't want it to sound like it's so scary, because it's not scary. It's like opportunists, really. I think it's sort of people going down a towpath drunk from a pub, or kids just hanging around, and it's only happening in some places. But we are, after Christmas, we're going to be travelling to some of those places where we've seen the trouble happen, or even passing through some of those. So we do want to get some kind of a camera for the outside of the boat. But the problem we then had then. Well, the problem we then had, I just had 3 goes at just saying that simple sentence. The problem we then had was the fact that we don't live in a house anymore. We live on a boat, and as we found out, everything about a boat is different. So, including with cameras. If you was on a house, then you would just put it at the front of the house or at the back of the house, and just pointing it away from the house to catch anyone coming to the house. But we have got 3 sides to the boat, so let me show you some of the things we were thinking of. Right, so we have this end of the boat, and there is a door there, so obviously that is one spot where we could put a camera. The problem is we have the cratch cover, so we would have to put it somewhere in here, either above the door pointing outwards to see people coming up to it, or over there pointing towards the door. Problem with that is we want it as a bit of deterrent, and from the outside you can't see the camera in there. So the only way we're going to catch someone on camera is if they've already decided to rob the boat and they're inside there. You can see our little issue there. So that's one thing. It's still a possibility. That was one of the things we thought of. Right, the other place we could put it, or maybe have a second one, would be the same thing down this end. At the front of the boat we have a problem though, because there is nowhere where we can put a camera, because this cratch cover goes down. Obviously there's nothing we can put it onto facing towards the door, and here the only place we could put it would be on top of this, but then that slides up and down, so that's not going to be any good either. So we couldn't really see a place we could put it down this end, which made us think maybe that was a bit pointless as well, because there's no point in protecting one end of the boat if we haven't got a camera at the other end. So we went to plan number 3. What we finally thought was if we had a camera that was like here in the middle of our boat, pointing outwards towards the towpath, as long as it had enough like sort of vision, you know, like not 360 obviously, but enough that it would be able to go to be able to see that end of the boat and the towpath, and see that end of the boat and the towpath, and see out this way to see anybody walking past. We thought that could be ideal. Maybe have it on a pole or something was what our plan was. So the next step was for us to find it. What we did was we emailed a few companies to find out what they would recommend.
So not only did they offer really good advice, they sent us a free camera to try out. Woo! And this is the Reolink Argus PT. So, and we open it up, and what have we got? So inside we have the envelope. In the envelope we have warranties, mounting advice, some sort of EU declaration, but the operating instructions, we'll read those in a minute. Have an antenna.
Or a pen.
So this one is a wireless one.
Yeah.
So that, which is, I'm not telling you.
Well, you can tell me. I thought you were reading it.
So this one's a wireless camera, which is great for us because it means we don't have to draw any extra holes in the boat, which I don't like doing at all. So that's good. And here we have it. Look at this fancy pants thing. Ta-da!
Wow.
Oh yeah, so this is, mounts that way up.
Yeah.
And it can spin. So we'll have a look at that in a bit closer detail later.
We did have a decision to make because there was either one that uses the Wi-Fi or one that uses a thingy card.
A SIM card.
SIM card, yeah. So what did we choose, son?
We went for a Wi-Fi one because we don't want an extra, we don't want to pay a monthly subscription for the camera, to be honest.
Yeah.
We've got enough monthly subscriptions going on. So we've got stuff that we need to mount. We've got a mounting pole, mounting thing. All that's quite straightforward. We should have a look at it later on. A strap.
Well, strap, very important.
Fixings. And the USB charging. So the first thing we're going to do actually is, because this is a solar powered one or a chargeable one, we can charge it up before we're going to install it. So we'll do that next. Yeah, because
Reolink didn't just send us a camera.
Oh no, oh no. They also sent us this. The solar panel. One thing about being on the boat is anything that can run on batteries or solar, brilliant, because it just means you're not having to worry about a battery drain. It also means that if we're off the boat and we don't want to have anything switched on the boat, this would still operate, which is one of the key reasons for having security outside the boat. And here we have a marvellous piece of kit. Lovely little solar panel. And it does look cool. And it comes with all the mounting gear. I'm not going to pull it all out just yet.
Oh, it's got like a...
It's got a little hole already.
That's one of the things we've got to try and work out, is because we want to put it onto a pole, don't we?
Yes.
So one of the things we'll be working out is how we're going to make it so that it puts onto a pole on top of the boat. Right, so as anyone who saw the washing machine will know that Sonia doesn't take to reading instructions, so she's just picked up the camera, walked across here, just plugged it in. Now I'm going to sit down and read instructions so we know how to do this properly.
But this is quite self-explanatory. What I really like about this camera is it looks very self-explanatory. If you haven't already got the app, you just scan the QR code and it will put the app on your phone, and then you can add your camera. We already have the app because we've got the internal cameras. You can see one sitting over there. So we're just going to go through show you how to add the camera to the app. So once you've put the Wi-Fi password in, you need to scan the QR code with the camera. I'll take the blue thing off.
Yeah, as you can see, the video on the phone is showing you exactly what to do every step.
It's so clear, the instructions are so easy. So scan now, there's the QR code.
Welcome to Reolink.
Oh,
Camera is connecting to your router. Please wait.
We're just waiting, it's being told to wait. It's very bossy, by the way, the Reolink camera.
It succeeded.
Connection to the router succeeded.
Perfect.
Welcome to Reolink.
And then you just confirm that on the phone, on the app.
Connection to the router succeeded. Welcome to Reolink.
Basically, we've got all these connections, and it comes with a wealth. I've got to say, they're very good. Sonia was just saying what good quality they are. So there's loads of connections. The one she's holding now is for going around a tree. So basically, if you had it in your garden, this camera, you could strap it around a tree. Because the pole's a little bit thinner than a regular tree, the pole that we're using, which is that,
we're going to go with cable ties because it'll pull it tighter.
Yeah, that's what I'm now passing over to Sonia for her expertise. Because obviously when she used to do bank jobs, she often used cable ties to tie people to posts and things like that.
Right.
She knows exactly what to do.
There it is.
And there's our little camera setup. We now have the camera and the solar up on the roof, as you can see. If I show you it on the, as you can see.
Really clear picture.
I can have sound as well. So let's go a bit smaller again.
This is the app in its entirety.
Yep, so at the bottom, if I press that, this is the bit where I can look all the way down the towpath that way. I can even go right the way round, looking at the water. And then I can go all the way back round.
So we can see the whole boat from that camera.
So that's there. Then up here you've got lots of different ones like alarms and stuff. So if I go into settings, it tells me what the battery's on. And these are the things that we were just playing around with. So we have a motion sensor. It's brilliant, the motion sensor. So if I go right to the very top, it basically any change in the field of view, it's going to do it.
Send you a notification.
Yeah, so if I go all the way down at this end, which is where we are at the moment, it's just basically what we want. So it's people near the boat. Now this is where this is really clever, because it shows it cuts it off from people, vehicles, animals and others.
So you can see it, so it just doesn't detect them.
So for the person one, we've got it all clear. But for vehicles, because we're not worried about cars coming into the side of the boat or anything, what you do is you just click paint all and it gets rid of the whole screen.
The other thing you can do though as well, if you click off unpaint all, if you can unpaint it, you can actually, if you don't want it to detect certain areas on the picture, you can just paint certain parts of it.
So if we didn't want any birds flying around, we could do that if we wanted to in the vehicle bit, or planes.
And the same with people. So if there was a bit of the towpath you didn't want to be notified when a person walked past, you could do the same.
Yeah.
But we've got animals and vehicles blocked off, and just people as the alert.
Yeah, because we don't want to get alerts all through the night of just, I don't know, pigeons going past or something.
Pigeons at night, never mind.
Night pigeons. You ever heard of night pigeons, son?
Those famous night
And again,
pigeons.
it's got the sensitivity for the alarms.
So we're not going to want the alarm going off all the time.
So we can just go, like for vehicles, we can take down the sensitivity. For animals, we can take down sensitivity. For a person, we'll keep it around about medium. So there's all sorts of things. We've got a siren we can set if we want to. You can get emails. I thought, what's the point of email? By the time I check my email, they'd have gone and taken the boat. So we've got push notifications.
Yeah, so they send you like the little message through the app.
Yep. Turn the siren off because I don't think we're popular with the other boats. If the siren goes off every time a night pigeon goes past.
Exactly. So it does have the function, so at the moment ours is just a live feed. If you wanted to record any of the images, you'd have to get a SD card.
Yeah, yeah. And it all goes to the cloud. So wherever we are, we can check it out and go back and have a look at the footage because it gets automatically uploaded to the cloud, which is absolutely perfect. And then we've got the infrared lights. So that we just set it to auto. So at night time, as soon as it starts getting dark, the infrared light comes on and it can see in the dark. We'll try that out later on. A very frozen morning this morning.
Yeah, frozen ropes this morning.
Yeah, frope. Just a short trip, just down to start off with, get some water, do the L-sand, get rid of the rubbish, get some more coal. It's a rare day of no rain. I'm sure, as you know, rare day of no rain. So we are contemplating. We were just going to go Flecknoe, then on to Shackleton or Shacklesbury, Shackborough, and then the next day then on to Napton, because obviously we want to try and be there for whenever they open the locks.
It's going to rain for about a week.
Yeah, it's like
a lot of rain as well, not just.
So we're contemplating maybe doing a couple of them today and just leaving the shorter trip to Napton tomorrow or the day after, depending on the weather.
Yeah.
But we shall see how we feel.
It's cold, but it's nice. Sun's nice.
Yeah. So we shall soon see. But yeah.
Been a lovely stay in Braunston.
Oh, it's lovely. Cold.
It's cold.
It's cold. It's wet. Everything's muddy.
It's just really weird, right? Because these are all the things these are the negatives. It is freezing, and you know, we haven't been able to keep. We've tried to keep the fire alight all night, but then we don't mind getting up when it's cold. We put something nice and warm on and then get the fire going straight away in the morning, so that's not been too bad, is it?
No.
So only first thing in the morning it's a bit chilly.
Yeah, it's alright really.
But you don't notice it really.
No, you still get the life, but it just gets that thing, if you don't really want to go out, the towpaths are muddy. I went for a walk yesterday and some of them are absolutely properly underwater. They're like they're level with the canal. It's incredible. So yeah, only just a little bit further down here. But anyway,
But it's lovely still.
yeah, still join us on our cruise. And we're going that way. So I'm gonna go right there. I'm gonna go get the cart. Midland Chandler's there. So we get a couple of bags of coal. Take out the stuff we got in the car, and then I'll go off and meet Sonia later.
I don't know if you can see that, but while we were at the water point, I decided to wash the side of the boat because there was just footprints and mud down the gunnels. But all the water is evaporating off the side of the boat in the sun. Where the sun came up this morning, this is the side that was being warmed up by the sun as it rose over the field. And that's Tony doing his favourite job, which is winding up the hose after a walk point. I swerved that one big time. But you just get filthy, especially when it's been wet and muddy all this time. For that, that's just, looks amazing. The other side is filthy, but this side's now nice and clean. Only up until the last porthole, because we couldn't get into the water point. Somebody else was here this morning. Anyway, off on our journeys. Well, it's a cold, cold morning. Tony's gone off to take the boat to Shuckburgh. We decided we were going to go do the longer cruise today and do a shorter cruise in the rain tomorrow in the next couple of days. But it's beautiful. It's misty, there's frost all over the grass. You have to forgive my squinting because I'm driving into the sun. So yeah, single-handed, and hopefully it won't be long before Tony catches up and we'll be all together again. But yeah, it's glorious, absolutely glorious today. We've done this journey so many times, but I cannot believe how different it looks each time we do it, because the weather, the seasons, it just makes a huge difference to what you see, how it makes you feel. It's amazing. I say it might be cold, but I'm having a lovely time. I think this poor lady must have come loose and then drifted across. But I think she's got it all under control.
So the woman down there, she's just pulled across someone else's boat. That boat, in like the burgundy back to it, was on the other side of the canal, and obviously it's come undone somehow. It's like a napkin as well, so normally they don't, but she's dragged it all across. It looks like those bulks have just helped to do the last little bit to get into the side. We were going to moor here because have a look at that view. I mean, look at that. Especially, I mean, it helps with the whist just rolling across. I'll go over Sonia's head. So yeah, we were going to moor there with that view, but we've just decided it's rain due the next 4 days, shock. So once we get to the bridge, I'll get back in the car, drive to Napton, and then Sonia will just carry on through to Napton. And we'll just hope and pray that the locks are going to open.
There he goes, getting ready to get off. I've got to steer, film and slow down all at the same time. To head on to Napton. Iceberg ahead. First one we've seen today. Thankfully. That is so random. Cold. I knew it was cold last night. My goodness. There's ice on the canals today. Swans just realise if they live near a marina they just get fed more. These are our little balmy coloured ones. Hey you! I don't know if you can see up ahead, but the canal here is even more icy, and it looks like there's just a channel going through the middle, so I'm going to try and stick to the channel someone's already broken through. Yeah, how weird is that? Must have been really cold here last night. Stick to the middle. That was quite thick there. But yeah, I'm sticking to the channel. Someone's already come through this morning by the looks of things. So if I just stick to that kind of channel, at least I'm not breaking any new ice and saving the blacking.
I apologise for the quality because this is on my phone, which isn't the best. This is just down from Napton. I've walked down from Napton. We're going to moor up at Napton, park the car, come down to meet Sonia. This is frozen all the way up to Napton, and I've yet to find the bit where it stopped being frozen. So I'm walking down to Sonia, but it's weird because when I left there about a mile and a half, 2 miles away, no ice whatsoever.
I don't know if you can see in the distance, there is a strange person that's trying to hitch a lift off a canal boat. A quicker walking.
More up there. It's solid.
Is it really?
Solid ice from Napton Dock, like right way down, round the corner, up to the bridge pretty much.
Right, okay. I'm not saying it's muddy, but just look at the back of Tony's trousers. There she is, fully laden, got water, empty toilets, but what a beautiful spot this is. Well, good morning everyone. It's a brief respite from rain. We've woken up to this beautiful view. It's a lovely, lovely spot actually here, just outside of Napton. But today we're going to be heading in that direction, only for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and get a mooring down there so we're near facilities, because who knows what happens in the winter. You don't want to be stuck iced in with no facilities.
Gone ahead because we wanted to just check out where the spaces were, because Sonia might have had to stop. I don't know if you can see, but you just see her coming into the distance there. She might have had to stop there, but obviously with the baby sitting, that's a long walk to the car, or a longer walk to the car, first thing in the morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I've moved down and found this space. I know how many steps the boat is, which is 23, and we just fit in this gap here, which is perfect. And this is where we're going to be as we wait for the locks to open. I film her from the other direction, which means at the moment I can't help. Normally I would grab a rope and help put it in. So if I stop quickly, it's because we're about to hit the boat in front and I'll have to grab the rope and just put us in slightly. But she's become very good at this parking lark. Beautifully done. Let's just step back and see. Here's the rope. I can just reach and grab. Here's how you park a 58-foot narrowboat. Sonia doing her gymnastics, her ballet again. You might have seen a bit of ballet in one of the other episodes. Here we have it. Just about squeeze in. So there it is in all its glory. We did manage to capture an undesirable yesterday.
So there you see. Here he comes into picture, into screen. Wave! Yeah, I can see you. Hello! Excellent picture. Scary looking with the dodgy eyes though. Ah? Oh, and now the spotlights come on so you can now see him in colour. That's too much for everybody.
What's really good about it as well is when the notifications go off, it sends you a little video so you can see who's gone past the boat. And then the other funny thing is you can have like a two-way conversation. So it's got like speakers on it. So we could be Sonia's mum in Margate and someone can go past the boat. We could have a conversation with them. We say, would you mind just cleaning the side of our boat as you're going past, please? So yeah, really, really good. Really pleased with it. If you do want to get one, it's brilliant, I think, for like home security, or if you're out camping or off-grid living, anything like that. It's really, really good because obviously the solar keeps it powered. You don't need to have it plugged in at all. So there we are. We'll put a link in the description below, and I think they've got a sale on at the moment. So if you're quick, you might be able to get one. Right, at the end of another video.
The 50th.
Yep, so it's not just any old video, this is both the 50th, which is pretty amazing. So we'd like to thank anyone who's watched, liked, commented, subscribed, become a member, anyone who's helped support the channel. We thank you so much, we really appreciate it.
We really, really do.
And it is also the last one before Christmas. So a very Merry Christmas from both of us.
Merry Christmas, everybody. So as we're heading off to a marina for Christmas, we thought it would be a great time to do a questions and answers episode on our narrowboat. So if any of you out there, subscribers, not subscribers, likers, watchers, want to find out what anything, if you've got any burning questions about what it's like to live on board a narrowboat or how we got started, please drop them in the comments below and we'll do our best to answer them in the next episode.
Bye for now. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.